here, and today we are flipping through the New Chapter Tarot by Catherine Briggs. This is published by Liminal 11. They are the publisher who also released the Luna Soul Tarot and the Modern Witch Tarot deck. I adore both of those decks, so I'm really excited to get into this one and see what my thoughts are on it. So this deck retails for $24.95 US, and it is in that same type of box Luna Soul was in, with the magnetic bottom closure and the pull-out inner piece. And it looks like these cards are a little bit smaller than the standard tarot size. So they have this kind of securing piece of cardboard in here. So let's pull that out. It looks like the cards are just a little larger than a standard playing card size. We do have the hardcover guidebook that they normally come with, and they call it an instructional guide. We'll take a look at that later. It does look like it has color throughout. So the cardstock is pretty thick, definitely thicker than, say, a Llewellyn published deck, about the same thickness as the Luna Soul. It is not matte, but it is also not glossy like the Modern Witch. I do like this kind of finish to the card. It's very nice. It looks like it'll be nice and easy to shuffle. So they do have the plain cut edges, and here's the back, a swan and an owl. Not completely reversible, but you know, if you don't mind that and you do use reversals in your readings, then that won't be a big deal. All right, so let's go ahead and flip through these cards. I will tell you right off the bat that I absolutely love the artwork here. I love the style, but I also love the representation. It is so very inclusive. This deck is just wonderful. I already can tell that I'm going to love working with it. So let's go ahead and give these a shuffle. You do have to give them a little bit of a bend. They're really nice quality. So let's go ahead and do a deck interview. We're going to ask 3 questions. What are your strengths as a deck? What type of readings are you best at? And what card best sums up your personality? And for that last one, we will read directly from the guidebook. So let's pull some cards. Okay. So for the first question, we asked, what are your strengths as a deck? And we got the moon card. So the moon illuminates only some of the things that are out there in the dark. There are still things in secret, things in shadow that we can't see. And I feel like this deck is really good at illuminating that and helping us to use our intuition to find what is in the dark. So I think this deck would be really great. You know, if there's some stuff that you're struggling to really understand or work through, or things that you feel like need to be revealed to you, this deck would be really great at revealing those things to you. Then we said, what type of readings are you best at? So this portrayal is absolutely breathtaking. I love this whole image that this woman has, that this is the life that she's envisioning and working hard to provide her child. And she's dreaming of this grandiose place and this wonderful future for her child. And I think that that is just a great image. And so I think what this deck is best at is helping us to envision what we want in our future and move forward towards it. So, you know, illuminating the things, it's good at illuminating the things that we can't see and helping us plan and grow and head into the future. And finally, what card best describes your personality? We drew the 10 of Swords. And for that, we are going to read directly from the guidebook. They do only have small little snippets for each of the cards here. This says a swift and brutal ending. After the turmoil of the 9 of Swords, you have argued yourself into a standstill, resulting in mental exhaustion. All sides have been considered and examined ad nauseum. Approaching the problem from an intellectual standpoint has reached its conclusion and the limit of its helpfulness. It's time to make a choice. So what I'm gathering from this card is that this deck is helpful when, you know, you don't know everything that's going on in the situation. It's going to illuminate it for you, and then it's going to help you make that plan for the future so that you can be prosperous. And finally, it's going to make you make those moves instead of just thinking about things. It's going to help you move forward in action. So let's chat just a little bit about the guidebook here. So there is a small foreword by Rachel Pollack, the author of 78 Degrees of Wisdom. And then there's an introduction. And then we just get straight into the major arcana. After that, the minors. You probably noticed this deck had a few differences. They renamed some of the cards. So instead of the Hierophant, you have the Teacher. You know, instead of knights, you have instead of pages, you have princesses. Instead of the world, you have the universe. And they did also have 2 bonus cards, which we'll chat about here in a sec. So yeah, for each of the suits, they do have like a little blurb about what the suit is, and then it goes right into the descriptors for each of the cards. Then exclusive cards were Gratitude and Invocation. And then it talks about, you know, how to read the tarot, and then just a few spread options for you. Ooh, a Hecate at the Crossroads spread. I am very interested in checking that out myself. Balanced Life 11 card spread. Crossing the Threshold. So quite a number of custom spreads offered with this deck. And then some additional artwork in the back here. So that is my flip through of the new Chapter Tarot by Catherine Briggs. All in all, I am super excited about working with this deck. I really love the imagery, the artwork, the diversity. So I'm really looking forward to doing another episode of my deck decompress series and talk about what this deck is like once I've had a chance to work with it a little bit more in depth. If you'd like to pick up this deck for yourself, there will be a link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching.